Hey everyone! Happy evening. It has been an extremely long day for me, and I'm just hopping on real quick to talk about something that, some of my friends are dealing with, that I've dealt with, and seeing if I can just be a help to somebody, right? Because that's what this is about, is helping other people. All right, so do you suffer from anxiety and you can't break out of this slump of it and it's just bringing you down? If you do, stick around. I've got some tips for you. Make sure you guys, if you are tuning in live, say hey. If you are watching the replay, please give me a hashtag replay down below. Also, make sure in your top corners that you're following me and gets alerts when I go live. I'd love to hear some comments down below. Let me know you're here listening to me. All right, so anxiety. Anxiety is different for everybody. But it really is that feeling of worry. It's that constant worry. It's worrying about things that maybe other people wouldn't worry about. It is, you're unsure. You don't like to be put in situations where you're not sure of the outcome. You're worried. I mean, having anxiety makes you worry. It makes things play in your head, and things play in your head that maybe don't make sense to other people, but it makes sense to you because you're suffering from the anxiety. And the anxiety is something that happened from whatever it comes from. And trying to get out of this slump of anxiety, as I call it, where you just keep digging yourself this anxiety hole, and pretty soon you're in this little hole by yourself, worried about the world, instead of being able to worry about what you need to worry about, which is your family and yourself and maybe your job that you work, and that's it. I think sometimes people are thinking too big when it comes to worrying. And the one person you need to be most worried about is yourself, because without you being healthy and being with it, you can't help anybody else, right? So being in a slump of anxiety is not helping anyone. So listen, first thing you have to do, if you're having a slump of anxiety, and I'm talking, you're stuck there and you can't move out of it, listen, you need to snap out of it. Life is way too short for you to sit there and stick in your anxiety ways. And I'm not trying to be mean, and I'm not trying to make it not play anxiety as being an issue, because it is an issue. I suffer from it myself. But listen, you have to snap out of it. Why? Because life is too short to sit there and continue to have anxiety about things that you cannot control. And that's what anxiety does to you, right? It makes you worry about those things that you cannot control, those things that are not happening right now that you can control. It's trying to take control of your mind and your body, and it affects even your health. I mean, that's how bad anxiety can affect you. It can affect the fact that you don't feel good. So we have to snap out of it. And I think it's a learned skill of being able to figure out, okay, listen, this is my anxiety talking. This is me being anxious. This is me being over the top. And I need to snap out of it for myself and for my family and move forward. All right, so that's number one. You've got to think, I need to snap out of this. Number two, you need to surround yourself with people who can help you and bring you out of this, right? So you've got to snap out. You've got to have somebody there to help you, because we all need that support system. We need a support system to tell us it's okay. You don't need to worry about that. It's all going to be okay. Or other instances, hey, let's talk it out. Let's figure out if this really is a huge worry that you should be spending this amount of your brain power and your energy on, right? So you need to surround yourself with people like that. I feel very blessed and grateful that I have been able to surround myself with people that suffer like I do. But the thing is that you may not know that I suffer with it, because I have been able to better cope. It doesn't mean that anxiety is gone, because I don't think it will ever be gone from people that suffer from it. It means that you are learning to cope, and you are learning to continue to live with it, because that's what you have to do. You have to live with it. Anxiety doesn't just disappear, but it's being able to cope, and it's being able to move forward, and it's being able to live with it. So surrounding yourself with those people that understand what you're going through and that can help you. Because the worst thing for you to do, so if you don't suffer from anxiety, kudos to you, awesome, I think you're great, but do not tell somebody that, oh my gosh, this is your anxiety talking again. That is probably like one of the worst things to tell somebody. So if you are trying to help somebody with anxiety, don't say that. Try to help them work through it. Try to help them to realize maybe that what they're worrying about is not worth that much worry. Instead, that it is something that can be worked through, and also that we don't have control over everything, right? We can't control what another person does. The only thing we can control is what we do, what we feel, how we react, how we act. We cannot control what other people say, do, think, anything like that. And when that anxiety comes on, man, oh man, does that make you think that you can change the way people think, and that you can change the way the outcomes are going to come, because it just keeps rolling in your head. Rolling in your head. What can I do to change that? What did I do to deserve this? That's one thing that goes through my head a lot. What did I do? What could I have done differently? Right? So we need to snap ourselves out of it. Life is too short for that. Instead, we need to cope with our anxiety and have those people that surround us, that uplift us, that bring us out of that snap, and also are there to support us. They're there to listen to us. They understand. So it's not crazy talk when the person is talking to them. Instead, it's somebody who is supporting them and understands that, you know what, let me let them talk, and then I'm going to give them some words of wisdom. So I just wanted to hop on real quick because this is something I've seen and I've heard from people that they're getting really frustrated that when, they're having these anxiety attacks, people tell them, oh, just, you're fine, you're crazy, you're thinking about stuff. Can't you just stop thinking about that? No, that's not how anxiety works. You don't just stop thinking about it. I did say you need to snap out of it, but that is when you have the support around you to help you snap out of that and continue to live your life, because anxiety does not live your life. You need to live your life. So if you are somebody that is suffering from anxiety, you're having trouble coping, it's affecting your life, right? I have created a free environment that is free of any kind of judgment. No judgment is allowed. Everything that is said in this group is kept in this group, and it is not allowed to be outside of this group. It is a safe haven for people to be able to say, listen, guys, I need help coming out of this slump. Or listen, guys, this is what I'm worried about. Is it something I should be worried about? These are the posts that go on in this group. So if you feel like this group is something that could help you, please, by all means, comment down below and let me know, and I will be happy to add you to this group. And those of you that don't suffer from anxiety, and somebody is saying they're having an anxiety attack, they're having a panic attack, try to help them, but please, don't tell them they're having like a crazy moment, or, oh, it's just your anxiety talking again. Instead, try to help them. Be there for them. Try to talk them through it. See what's bothering them. I think sometimes we think there's this persona about mental illness and that it's an awful, awful thing. But you know what? People suffer from it every day, and some people are afraid to step forward and say they suffer from it because they're afraid of what people are going to say. Thanks, TJ. TJ's available to talk to, guys. So I don't want this to be something that is like so voodoo that we don't talk about. It happens. People have anxiety, but you can live and you can cope through that anxiety. And there is a community out there that can support you. So if this has touched you, if you feel like this is something that somebody you know could benefit from, please share my live. Please share my information. I am always here to talk. And like I said, I have that free group, non-judgmental. Nothing goes outside that group. I have set rules in there. So please don't fight this alone. Let's fight this as a group. Let's find that support system that you need so you can live your life and not let anxiety live your life. All right, guys. I hope you have a great night. Thank you so much for tuning in. See ya.